From the tee to the fairway to the green. From the PGA to the LPGA to the Live Golf Tour. If it's golf related, Chuck Garbedian will discuss it. It's time to tee it up for the award-winning Garbedian on Golf Show on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
And the good golf good morning to you. It is the multi-award-winning Garbedian on Golf. Our show sponsors include the Wild Rock Golf Club at the Wilderness Resort, the American Family Insurance Championship, Sweetgrass Sage Run, the Island Resort, and just so you know, as a precursor to the rest of the show, a lot of things happened this week. PGA Tour Superstore, one of our show sponsors, Aaron Hills, Titleist, FootJoy. I used Titleist and FootJoy this week to achieve something. French Lick Resort, the Wisconsin State Golf Association, the Wisconsin PGA, Eagle Springs Golf Resort, the Waukesha County Parks Department, Henry Flock Steakhouse, the Milwaukee County Parks Department. They have something to do with it. Ironwood Golf Course in Sussex, Old Fashioned Golf, the Tappan Golf Bar in Sussex and Waukesha, and Broadlands Golf Course, a must-play Rick Jacobson design in North Prairie, Wisconsin. All of our guests are courtesy of the Wild Rock Golf Club in the Wisconsin Dells, a spectacular Herdston Fry design. Book your must-play tee time right now. Go to wildrockgolf.com. This hour of the show brought to you by the Island Resort and Casino in Northern Michigan, home of Sweetgrass Sage Run and Cedar. Championship golf at its finest, as well as first-rate accommodations. Book your trip right now at islandresort.com. On the show this morning, Gary Van Sickle will join us in just a little bit, golf writer from firstcall.com. Also with us, Tom Rath from Yes Putters. Yes Putters. Yes Putters, the group that disappeared, is coming back, and Tom Rath is part of that coming back. Gary D'Amato will be with us, Hall of Famer, Wisconsin.golf. Talk a little bit about the Wisconsin State Golf Association Amateur Championship at West Bend Country Club. It was an exciting few days up at West Bend Country Club. Tim Clark will be with us, president of Tour Edge Golf. A lot going on. There's a 59 shot the other day on the PGA Tour. Did you ever shoot 59? Might have been, let's see, miniature golf? Could have shot 59 miniature golf. Van Sickle all tied up because he doesn't know which time zone is which. He texted me yesterday asking me what time. Which is really kind of funny on his part. Did you get him? He's probably trying to call us here. I'll text him because he, technically it's 7:05. He's not there yet. Hold on, let me find him. I'll find him. Let's see. Just let the music play. Let's see. We'll tell him to call now. See what he says.
Answer your question. No, I don't think I've ever shot like a 57. Is that what it was?
59.
59, no.
I'm sure you have in miniature golf.
I don't even think in mini golf.
Really?
I either hit like a hole in one in mini golf or it's 10 strokes. And it's like you stroke out.
Oh, my God.
It's not good. I'm kind of like that at bowling, too. It's like a strike or it's straight in the gutter.
How do you do that with bumpers?
I don't know. Like, I don't play with bumpers.
Oh, maybe
Come
you
on,
should.
dude. No, that's lame. I don't play with bumpers.
I don't know if that's lame or I either have a strike or a gutter ball. I don't know which is more lame than that. At least with the bumpers up, you have a chance.
I'm just a two-outcome kind of guy when it comes to the sports, man.
Yeah, you are black and white. You are not gray at all.
Exactly.
There is no gray in you whatsoever. It is all black and white. That's about it. Uh-huh. All right, let's see if we have a response from Mr. Van Sickle. It's always nice of him to be on time for the show. What an old man.
Everybody on your show is old man.
No, they're not.
Not everybody.
No, not everyone. Wait, let me look at the roster here. Who's coming on today? Hold on a second. Let me look here. See if anybody's old in this group. Oh yeah, everybody's old.
Everybody's old in this group.
Never mind. I was mistaken. Pardon me. I was mistaken. That would be old. Yeah. All right. Congratulations to Ryan Fox for winning the Open Championship. No one saw that coming. It was nice because when we were waiting for Todd Lewis to come on last week, what did I say?
That you didn't think Ryan Fox or anybody at the top was going to be able to win.
Ryan Fox is not going to win the Open Championship, and then he comes up on 18 and sticks 3 shots in a row, and it's like, well, maybe he is going to win it.
You also said, I think, that this was going to be the course for somebody to do it if they were going to win their first one or have a crazy random person win.
But also, Ryan Fox has an interesting backstory because his dad was on the Black Shirts, which was a rugby team.
That's the New Zealand one, right?
Like they came out of nowhere. Like New Zealand is such a small place to have any kind of athletic prowess come out of there is insane. And for his dad is in the New Zealand Sports Hall of Fame or whatever they call it. He's going to be too because he won an Open Championship.
Oh, that's right. Yeah, that's fair.
I mean, not too many New Zealanders, Kiwis, do that. And so, can you call him a Kiwi or is that racist?
I think that's fine. Right?
Kiwis are fine because I've heard him called Kiwis before. I don't think it's meant any harm by it. But he's going to end up in the New Zealand Hall of Fame. I don't think there's any question about that.
No doubt.
And especially the way he went about it. Now, the thing that gets me crazy about this whole thing is people keep talking about the fact it's like, well, he plays fast. I don't think that he plays fast. He plays ready golf. He knows what he wants to do. Everyone keeps talking about this now because Golf Digest has said it, Golf Magazine has said it, any other publication or Golf Week. Oh, everybody's got to pick up the pace. You got to play faster. You have to play within a rhythm in yourself. You have your own internal clock in which you do things. I'm not telling people to be slow, but people are too deliberate at times over the things that don't matter. So if you play ready golf, you'll be fine. Because then you just, especially if you play a league, let's say at our place at Broadlands. If you play Broadlands in a league, let's say, so you're playing it once a week for like 10 weeks during the summer, you know kind of what the yardages are. You're not going to be like, okay, it's 123 or 121. Right. The 2 yards don't matter. If you're around 120 and you kind of know what you're going to hit because you're in an area where you've been before. It's different if you're on a course that you've never been to before. Like we had the opportunity this week to play Grant Park in this outing for the South Milwaukee Police Department's DARE program. I haven't played Grant Park in 10 years. So it was a little different because you're trying to figure out where you are on the golf course in relationship to where you've hit it. If I'm at Broadlands and I hit a drive on one, I know about how far I'm going to be. I'm going to be between a couple of different clubs, depending on where the whole location is and where the wind is. Okay, if we're into the wind, it's a little more. If I'm downwind, it's a little less. But I kind of know what it's going to be. So I don't have to sit there and go, okay, I'm going to shoot this and laser it, and then I'm going to walk it off, and I'm going to make sure look, what they're talking about with Ryan Fox is, look, don't do this. Don't just sit there and just grab a club willy-nilly and just hammer it all over the ballpark. Figure out whatever the distances that you need to cover and then do that. And then you're fine. Don't just go running up and just trying to hit balls left, right, and center and not have a clue of what you're doing. That's not what they're saying. And so I think people are going to misunderstand it because it's like you have to play fast. And people are going to get on other people because instead of just paying attention to your own game, which is all you should be worrying about, you're looking at everybody else going, well, he's not playing fast. No one's interested in what the other guy's doing. Just take care of your own business. Everything will be fine.
He's playing fast with a plan. And I think that's huge.
Yes.
Not just in golf, but like in every sport. You can't just go out there and fly 100 miles per hour and hope that it's going to work out for you every time. Yeah, you might hit a big shot. You might knock somebody out in football because you're going 100 miles per hour. Right. But at the same time, you have to go out there, and to do it consistently, you have to have that plan, which could include going fast, but you have to know that's what you're going to do.
Right, and he and his caddy know what the yardages are because they've been out there scouting for a week, and they're kind of familiar with it. So it's not like it's the first time they've ever been to this golf course. They don't know what to do. He had a really good drive on 18. He knew what the yardage was for his second shot. He hit a shot that he thought he could pull off, and he did. And then he got up and rattled in the putt. It's an exercise in I know what I do. And that's what most golfers don't know is they don't know what they do because they're so inconsistent about it. One of the things that drives me crazy with some golfers is when you ask them what kind of ball they play and they don't know. It's like, whatever I find in my bag. Okay. Pick one ball so that you know what you're doing. And the way to pick the right golf ball is to go from the green backwards. So whatever putts and chips that you like around the green, then use whatever ball that is coming back and then see what the spin rate is off of a driver so that you can kind of have a consistent plan so you know that if you hit this ball well, this is what it's going to do, as opposed to one ball is a rock and the other ball is a marshmallow, and they respond differently depending on how you hit them. So try to make get more consistent in your setup of your bag and what ball you're going to use, and don't just play just anything. I understand it's an expensive game to a certain point, and it's like, look, I'm not getting free Pro V1s. Okay, that's fine, but you also can find a ball that you're going to like that's going to be relatively inexpensive and you have to keep in play. I love guys who go, I have a water ball. It's a piece of junk. Why are you hitting this? Because I'm going to hit it in the water. Well, then just throw it in the water. Why are you hitting? Why waste all of our time? Let's just throw it in the water and we'll go to the green and don't even worry about it. So people need to figure that part out. It's more than anything else. Is Van Sickle not there?
He's still not here.
Holy smokes. Let me see if he texted me. Hold on one second.
I can try calling him one more
Yeah,
time.
try calling him and see what happens. We'll go through that in the meantime. You take care of that part of the program. I'll take care of this part of the program. 59 yesterday. Woo! You don't see that very often. Michael Kim, 59 at the 3M Open. Maybe you had him in your pool. He's leading, by the way, going into round 3, which is moving day. Maybe we'll see another 59. Be nice if he backed up a 59 with a 59. I don't think we're going to see that happen. Michael Kim at 14 under, Ben Coles at 11, Emiliano Grillo at 11, also Chandler Phillips at 11. There's some names out here that you're not going to necessarily recognize at the 3M Open simply because it's the week after a major. But one of the interesting things is the fact that Scotty Scheffler did show up and is playing. Did you get a message? Not even a message? Nothing? Wow. Should we call him on air and see what happens?
We try?
No, we're not going to try that. I'm afraid of what would happen there. Billy Horschel, Brian Harmon in at 9 under. Just going through the leaderboard right here. Just want to look. Gary Woodland at 7 under. Hideki Matsuyama. Scotty Scheffler at 7 under, teeing off at 11 a.m. later this morning. Pretty good leaderboard. Pretty good field, as a matter of fact. The cut came at -3. Yep, you're under par, and you still didn't make the cut. You're at 2 under and going, man, I need a little help, and you didn't get any help. -3 is the cut. So all the 2 unders did not make it. Let's see if there's anybody interesting. Rasmus Højgaard didn't make it. Harry Higgs missed a 2 under. Yep, it's an interesting group. 3M coming up, Minnesota. I'd like to do that. That'd be a plane ride going from overseas to Minnesota.
I feel like going from the UK though to Minnesota, like you have pretty similar kind of weather patterns.
Yeah.
I feel like at least you're not like environmentally changing too much, which might help a little bit.
It might have been warmer overseas,
probably
because it was the hottest summer they'd had over there. That was also probably a little bit of the problem with all that was going on with the Open Championship, is the fact that because of the summer that they had, that the fescue and the gorse on the sides of the holes where they're trying to frame them a little bit was so burned out and wispy, it really didn't matter. Mm-hmm. So you could pretty much drive it anywhere within reason. I'm not saying everywhere, but you had conditions that Mother Nature, again, you're at the mercy of whatever the weather is leading up to this. You can't water all of that. They just don't do that over there. So that's part of it. The greens are and the tee boxes are anything that they're really going to water. They're not going to water fairways. And so consequently, it was burned out. It was hard. It was dry. And so if you were a little offline, you weren't really penalized, because it was like, oh, there's my ball. Because you saw it on some of the television shots where you could see the ball trundling into the off the fairway, and you can still see it. Normally, those balls disappear, and you see scores that are just ridiculously high. I was surprised. When we had on James Kelly, and we were talking about West Bend Country Club and how he talked about the fact that they're going to let the rough grow out a little bit. Had the rough grown out at Royal Birkdale, you would not have seen scores like you saw, because there were guys that were just simply flag hunting after a while, but when they realized, hey, wait, the greens are a little soft. I can hit a 380-yard drive and then throw a wedge in there. This is going to be pretty good for me, which is what you want, is something that's pretty good for you.
And made it more exciting at that. Yeah.
Oh, isn't it? I thought it was fascinating. I like the Open because I think anybody can win the Open, as evidenced by the fact that Brian Harmon won an Open, and now you have Fox winning an Open, and you've had Jordan Spieth be off the golf course winning an Open. I mean, there's so many different variables in this, and it's such a test of golf in terms of not physical play to a certain extent, but also mental plays. How do you handle it? Because you're going to get breaks that go against you. You're going to have bad bounces, and you're going to end up in a bunker. One of the guys we were watching on Sunday, I can't remember who it was, hit an iron off the tee just because it was like, play it safe and stay short of the bunkers, and it just kept rolling and rolling, and it was like, this ball's not going to stop. And it got to the edge of the bunker, stopped at the top of it, and then made a right turn and fell right into the bunker. And it's just that's the breaks of it.
And those bunkers were brutal there too.
Yeah. I mean, it's a revet face, so it's built to last hundreds of years, and it's built to take 40-mile-an-hour winds for a sustained amount of time. It's built differently, and you have to be built differently, either mentally, physically, or both, to succeed. I think Fox is an admirable champion at that venue, at that location, at that time, simply because he's a different kind of guy, and he has a championship pedigree. I mean, if your father has participated in a sport at the highest level, you've seen the sacrifice it takes, and you've seen what you have to do to prepare and be ready. And he's a guy that started playing golf when he was like 12. It wasn't like he was a prodigy and had played since he was 2. Tiger started playing when he was 2. That's 10 years on this guy.
Right.
I mean, this is not a guy who's going to sit there and show up and be like, "Hey, I'm the best golfer you've ever seen." He's just plodding along and doing his thing at different levels and put himself in the right position, similar to what Aaron Rye did at the PGA Championship. You were in the right place at the right time. The difference is can you perform at that particular moment?
Can you take advantage?
Yep.
Sure.
And they both did, which was admirable to see. So it'll be interesting to see because next year's venues are really interesting. We'll touch on that in a minute. In the meantime, I can tell you this: Wild Rock Golf. Wild Rock is the official people who bring you all of our guests here on Garbedian on Golf, and the Wild Rock Golf Club in the Wisconsin Dells is an amazing golf experience. You can stay ahead of the game. Download the Wild Rock mobile app. The Wild Rock mobile app packed with features and specials you find only on the app. You can download it now onto any device so you can enjoy the Wild Rock experience. Book your tee time online today at wildrockgolf.com. Wildrockgolf.com. 35 miles northwest of downtown Milwaukee in the scenic Kettle Moraine. That's where you're going to find Erin Hills, which provides a championship golf experience in a comfortable setting. You can enjoy your day, create a memorable overnight visit, rounds of golf on the site of the 2017 United States Open, the 2025 United States Women's Open, and by day or by night under the lights, be sure to experience the exceptional Drumlin Putting Course. Seasonal green fees that are available right now, tee times that are still up for grabs. Also, plan ahead. Pre-book your 2027 visit to stay and play at Erin Hills. Go to erinhills.com. Once again, erinhills.com. Milwaukee County Golf has 13 courses to choose from. That means there's an ideal course for every avid golfer. Milwaukee County Golf Courses, they run the gamut from fun to championship and everything in between. MKE.golf, the place to find out the latest events, special rates, or anything golf in Milwaukee County. Tee it up today at MKE.golf, and all Wisconsin residents are eligible to participate in the Parks Players Discount Program. Slice off to 50% off of your green fee every time you play. For program information, go to mke.golf. Ironwood Golf Course, no worries, none. Ironwood Golf Course sits on 275 acres of rolling terrain in Sussex, Wisconsin. It presents 27 challenging holes for avid golfers of all abilities. So if you're looking for leagues, you want to set up an outing, or just enjoy a casual day of exceptional golf, Ironwood Golf Course in Sussex, just a place. Find out more about the Callow, the Meath, and the Burn Irons at Ironwood Golf Course. Make your Ironwood tee time. Go to ironwoodgolfcourse.com. It is the multi-award-winning Garbedian on Golf, broadcasting live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. That's powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
Gentlemen, as you know, we have something special down here at Birdland this evening. A recording for Blue Note Records.
Hit it. Congrats to the Dream Team, Darren Clark, Ben Crane. They won the 2026 AmFam Championship at TPC, Wisconsin. The dynamic duo posted a winning score of 30 under par to hold on to a one-stroke victory in Madison. For more information on the 26 AmFam Championship and the 27 AmFam Championship, go to amfamchampionship.com. I'm going to say it right now. Steve Stricker plays at Tiger Woods next year at the AmFam.
All right.
It'll go nuts. It'll be off the
That'll
charts.
be fun.
Everything will come together, and that's what's going to happen.
All right.
So get your tickets now. Don't wait, because they'll probably stop ticket sales because there won't be enough room on that place. You love finding hidden gems for a golf getaway. Here's your next great discovery: the French Lake Resort, Pete Dye, Donald Ross courses. They've been ranked 1 and 2 in Indiana for 11 years in a row by Golf Week. Plus, you can hit the casino for the sportsbook and live dealer table games. Ton of ways to play. Go to FrenchLake.com to get started on a getaway of your own. Think French Lake for your next road trip. FrenchLake.com. You've got to be 21 to enter the casino. Although if you have this music on, I think you can come in. Gambling problem, call 800-9-WITH-IT or text ING-AMB to 53342. Somebody talked to me about something that I said on the show during one time. They're like, you're on. It's like I'm like, it's a show. Not everything is real. It's a show.
Like if you take everything seriously,
if you don't like the show, don't listen to the show.
You may have comprehension issues.
There
too.
may be some. It might be you. You know, it just might be you. Titleist is the number one ball in golf, and Titleist has been the number one ball in golf at the Open Championship since records have been kept. That's a long time. The majority of players that competed for the Claret Jug trusted the superior performance and consistency of Titleist. Titleist, the number one ball at the Open since records have been kept. The number one ball in golf at every level of competitive golf. Titleist is the number one ball in golf. Go to Titleist.com for more information. FootJoy, the number one shoe in golf, number one glove in golf. It was never more apparent than it was at Royal Birkdale, because when it mattered most, the world's best players teed it up the 154th Open Championship with the quality and performance of FootJoy gear. Learn more at FootJoy.com. So I hit that when you said funky. I got that right there.
You're a pro.
That's from doing FM radio. When I used to be down the hallway at MYX. How about that? That was eons ago. There should be pictures of that somewhere.
You've been all over the place.
I have been. Not as many as some places, but I've been I've seen a lot of studios. Benjamin asked me that one day. He goes, "Have you been in every television studio?" Yeah, I have been. Been on TV on every whatever. Been on radio everywhere. Earlier this year, it's hard to believe the majors are done for the season. Next up for the men will be the President's Cup at Medina in Chicago.
That's fun.
We might go down for that. Players Championship TPC Sawgrass happened March 12th through the 15th. Cameron Young was our winner there. Remember that? 90th Masters, April 9th through the 12th at Augusta National. Rory McIlroy, a repeat winner. Could win it for the third time. That would really be something. 108th PGA Championship, May 14th through the 17th at Aronimink in Newton Square, Pennsylvania. Aaron Rai, the winner there. The 126th United States Open, June 18th through the 21st at Shinnecock Hills, Wyndham Clark. And if you're playing along, the 154th Open Championship, July 16th through the 19th at Royal Birkdale, Ryan Fox was your winner. The venues in 2027 include, of course, for the Masters, Augusta National. That'll be April 8th through the 11th if you want to put that on your calendar. Did you put in for tickets for the lottery for the Masters?
I have not personally.
Well, you can't now. It's already over. A friend of mine, Andy Spalding, who is the owner of Broadlands and Kettle Moraine, got tickets.
Oh, that's
he got
fun.
4 tickets for Wednesday.
Nice.
Yeah, that'll be
Memento.
Wednesday's a good day to go because it's the par 3 contest and everybody's kind of chilling a little bit. It's a little bit more laid back and relaxed. When you go watch the tournament, you really want to go Thursday, Friday if you want to see golfers, because that's when most of the field will be there.
But you got to be a little more uptight on those days.
Well, it's the tournament's going on.
Right.
You got the tournament proper happening, and you got to just kind of follow directions and rules. You can't run. People set up chairs hours in advance, and everybody kind of, there's a certain protocol to the whole thing.
More of a process.
Wednesday is more like, hey, this is kind of cool. It's like, take pictures, do stuff. So that Masters April 8th through the 11th, if you're making plans and you want to get pimento cheese ahead of time to make your sandwiches at Augusta National. The PGA Championship, the 109th edition, will be May 20th through the 23rd That'll be taking place at PGA Frisco down in Frisco, Texas, which is the new home location of the PGA of America. So that'll be the first time they're contesting it at PGA Frisco. U.S. Open 127th edition is at Pebble Beach, June 17th through the 20th. The 155th Open Championship will take place July 15th through the 18th at St. Andrews for the 31st time, as a matter of fact. So Augusta National, PGA Frisco, Pebble Beach, and St. Andrews.
PGA Frisco seems like a little bit of a outlier in that group. Is Texas known for having good golf courses?
This is where they moved. PGA of America moved their headquarters from Florida to this location.
Okay. So Florida, I know has good golf. Like I feel like they have
Texas
good areas.
Has good golf.
Texas does too.
This will be interesting because the reason they're doing it is because they control the revenue.
Okay.
It's their golf course, so they don't have to pay a rights fee or anything. You don't have to take over a golf course. You don't have to. You can. Everything's kind of in house. You don't have to build. You'll build the city that usually happens with it, but it's all on your property, so it's at your pace, at your schedule. You can do whatever you want, kind of a thing. Rather than when you were at, for example, at Whistling, when they held the PGA one year, they had to build a bridge because they needed to take a crane to take it across to move some stuff, and there was no way to get this crane onto this piece of property, so Kohler built a bridge.
Okay.
That's kind of the thing.
That's crazy.
Right, exactly. Yeah, we need to move.
Try to avoid that.
We have to take this tractor from here to there, and the only way we can take it this 30 feet is if you build a $4 million bridge here. Sure, we'll do that. That kind of a thing.
Wow.
So when you own the property, it's a little bit easier to do that kind of stuff.
That.
Well, you kind of plan it ahead, so you're like, we don't need to do this. Island Resort Casino, one of the Midwest premier golf casino and entertainment resort destinations. It's 13 miles west of Escanaba in Michigan's scenic Upper Peninsula. Features over 450 guest rooms, an expansive Vegas-style casino, the Horizon Steakhouse, so much more, including the new 9-hole Cedar course, which is opening right now and has packages included in their 2027 schedule. You're going to find your total experience at the island. Go to islandresort.com for more information. PGA Tour Superstore, the official golf retailer of the multi-award-winning Garbedian on golf. Find everything you need and or want for your golf game at PGA Tour Superstore. Find out what's trending in equipment, apparel, technology, repairs, less, and so much more. PGA Tour Superstore. Find the most popular brands, experience exceptional service, and enjoy the best that the great game of golf has to offer. PGA Tour Superstore in Brookfield, 18550 West Blue Mountain Road, or worldwide on the web at PGATourSuperstore.com. Congrats to former UW player Spencer Tertz, the winner of the 125th Wisconsin State Am presented by West Bend Insurance and contested at West Bend Country Club this past week. If you're interested in competition, the WSJ tournament schedule features over 100 events for men and women of all abilities. Find out more. Go to WSGA.org. For the Wisconsin PGA, golf's more than just a game. It's a lifelong journey. And the Wisconsin PGA are the leaders in Wisconsin junior golf. Join them on the links this season. Their mission is to promote the game of golf by providing positive opportunities, enjoyment, and education to Wisconsin junior golf and their families. Learn more. Reach out to a PGA professional near you or visit WiskJuniorGolf.com. Get your golf on at the Broadlands in North Prairie. A beautiful 18-hole Rick Jacobson design. It's a must-play every golfing season. At the Broadlands in North Prairie, you're going to find great golf, a friendly atmosphere, a wonderful vibe. Broadlands Golf Course in North Prairie, Wisconsin. Plan your outing. Join a league. Book your tee time. You can do it all by visiting BroadlandsGolfClub.com. We are 0 for 1 on the guest schedule. Let's try to go 1 for 2. Tom Rath will join us from Yes Putters, coming your way next right here on Garbedian on Golf, broadcasting live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. All of the guests for Garbedian on Golf brought to you by the Wild Rock Golf Club in the Wisconsin Dells. An amazing golf experience. You can stay ahead of the game. Download the Wild Rock mobile app. The Wild Rock mobile app packed with features and specials available only on the app. You can download it now onto any device and enjoy the Wild Rock experience even more. Book your tee time online today at wildrockgolf.com. Wildrockgolf.com. Henry Flocks in West Dallas. It's where quality service hospitality, always the special of the day. Enjoy the all-new shuttle service to Brewers games, Bucks games, Admirals games, as well as concerts and special events. So much to enjoy. Henry Flocks, 92nd and National in West Dallas. For more information, visit henryflock.com. This season, play the home of Wisconsin golf, the Eagle Springs Golf Resort, which was founded in 1893. Eagle Springs Golf Resort, listed as one of the first 100 clubs established in the United States by the USGA. Eagle Springs Golf Resort, a sixth-generation family-owned facility, just a short ride from Milwaukee, Madison, or Chicago. Eagle Springs Golf Resort. For more information, make a tee time and explore. Go to eaglespringsgolfresort.com. Golf outings, a great way to enjoy your company event. Plan a fun outing for your team at the Waukesha County Golf Courses. The professional staff will make your event fun and easy with many custom packages to suit your needs. Fill out your interest form at golfwaukeshacounty.com. You can leave the music up. It's a little Springsteen. There's all kinds of things going on. There are things happening inside the studio, outside the studio, and all kinds of things. We're looking at Tony Romo's mugshot. I'm sure he didn't want me to say that. Tony Romo's been on the show.
I think everybody on Earth, or everybody in Wisconsin at least, knows about Tony Romo and his mugshot now. So I don't know if you're spreading any information that people don't know.
It's a pretty good mugshot. There are certain golf equipment manufacturers that just seem to hit a sweet spot. Not everyone may embrace them, but they are respected for who they are and what they produce. And yes, putters are back with power in every putt and precision in every groove. And here to talk more about Yes Putters and the great game of golf, please welcome to the show one of our all-time favorites from Yes Putters, the lovely and talented Tom Rath. Tom, my friend, how are you?
Good morning, Chuck. Thanks for having me.
Oh, it's a pleasure to have you on the show. I was so excited to see this because Yes Putters is one of those things that go back in time, and people were like looking for new ways to make a putter, develop a putter, have a technology. And certainly the C Groove technology, the arc face, is certainly one of the things that caught a lot of people's attention and really kind of helped people become better putters.
Yeah, I couldn't agree more. It's kind of remarkable. You know, we after all this time, we ended up with the brand and bringing C Groove back to life. As a young man, I played Yes as well, so it's I got to pinch myself thinking about what we're able to do now.
At some time, there are some names in the great game of golf. They elicit a smile when you bring them up. At one point or another, someone has rolled a Yes Putter with great success, only to see it go away. Talk about how you came to Yes Putters and how you brought it back.
Yeah, for sure. Just a quick history on Yes, developed by a European gentleman and launched the brand in 2000. 2008, fell on hard times of the economy, and actually Adams picked them up out of bankruptcy. So with Chip Brewer at the helm at Adams, they were ready to relaunch Yes and become, the next Odyssey. And a year later, Adams, as I'm sure most people know, got acquired by TaylorMade to secure some patent and some IP stuff. So long story short, TaylorMade had Yes. They were sitting on it for about 5 or 6 years, and just chose not to do any development around it. So when the trademark became available, we were fortunate enough to be first in line and picked up the mark. And that's about 2 years ago now. So we've been in the shop doing R&D work, really developing the marketing and all the other assets, and making sure we bring the best product out there at the most affordable price we can.
Tom Rath with us from Yes Putters. Go to forethoughtgolf.com for more information there. Follow them on the web at yesputters.golf. And Tom joins us courtesy of Wild Rock Golf Club in the Wisconsin Dells, a spectacular Herdston Fry design. Wild Rock Golf Club. Learn more. Book your tee time at wildrockgolf.com. Is it easier now? Is it more difficult? Is it a little bit of both to try to bring back an iconic name to the marketplace?
No, that's the question, right? There's no question, in my opinion, rather than developing the next new brand, XYZ, for my money, it's way easier to bring back a legacy brand that has the heritage and the legacy along with it. How do you market it nowadays? We've been doing this for 20 years. it's changed so much. 5 years ago, social media was probably fourth on the list. Today it's, number one. Not a lot of TV, some radio. And then, on the endorsement front, that's always a challenge. And we're out there actively looking to see, if we can get the putter back in some people's hands. I'd say it's fun for sure. It's easier launching a legacy brand, but the dynamics change every year.
I would imagine too, it's weird because it's something that maybe a lot of people are familiar with, but there are also maybe a lot of people that are unfamiliar with it as well. And if you have someone who's unfamiliar with it and they're rolling it on a green and somebody goes, "You got a yes putter?" And all of a sudden it's like a conversation starts out of it, if nothing else. It's fascinating to me how that happens in the great game of golf. And now you're right in the middle of it, a big part of it with the comeback of a yes putter.
Yeah, it's a conversation piece for sure. Always, like I said, we pinched ourselves when we finally acquired the brand because it does have that cachet. I always think of the old Batman and Robin comics with like kaboom.
Yep.
That's what I think. Yes, that's what I think about. And a lot of our marketing around it is going to be very irreverent and kind of to that angle. I think what sets us apart, honestly, is it performs. So I think, to your point, when somebody takes it out on the green, they're going to go, "Wow, this is incredible." And for $129, it rolls as well as that $300 putter I was also trying. So I think we'll win a lot of hearts and minds between the brand and the performance and the price, to be perfectly honest with you.
I think that's an extremely valid point, is people are looking for value in the great game of golf, but not only value, but also performance. If you can combine the two, it's a win-win for everyone in the equation. How did you come about the 4 putter designs that are going to be part of the initial Yes Putter offerings? The Tracy 2, the Sandy, the Maryland, and the Sandy CB. How did those 4 come about?
Yeah, so the head styles are we basically refreshed the originals. So those are essentially the same approximate shape as they were in the early 2000s. But we've updated them for today's game. We've expanded the head slightly, moved some weights around, really just gave it the performance that the current golfer expects out of a putter. And then, of course, adding the CB, the counterbalanced, just obviously to follow the path forward around that technology. That's actually the putter I play. I play the Sandy CB, and I absolutely love it. It's not just in my bag because we own the company. It's awesome. It really, really performs. So we're really the phase 1 was really getting the legacy heads back out in front of people so they could get them. So now Jim Furyk and Matt Fitzpatrick can find one.
Right.
And then behind door number 3, you'll see exciting stuff from us as we start to launch some new models this fall, and then a larger launch in the spring. We're going to keep evolving, and you'll start to see some of the newer shape concepts out there and some tricks up our sleeve that we're super excited about.
It's got to be fun for you because you own the company, you own the brand, and it's a way to really reconnect with a lot of people, and also a way to make new friends with people who haven't had the opportunity to try maybe the arc face technology and see what it offers avid golfers of all abilities.
For sure. And we, a little side note here, we also own Ray Cook putters. And we've had that for over a decade. I know you're a fan, Chuck.
I am.
So we've had that for over a decade. So that reconnection you're talking about, we've been doing that for a decade with people, and it is absolutely amazing. If we're doing like a in-person trade show or wherever we are, it's just so much fun to watch a person pick up a Ray Cook putter, and you can just see the nostalgia. They played an M1 when they were younger, a Blue Goose, a Silver Ray. They played something. You have a little collection, don't you?
I have a slight Ray Cook collection that includes some of the Nugget line, which is, because I'm an idea guy, we have to come out with the Nugget line again, because those will sell like hotcakes, my friend.
I love the idea. We'll get on it. I'll get my guys on it.
I'll be happy to be one of your guys. I'll come down and help you with the development of it. We'll make prototypes and we'll roll all kinds of things. I have given away, 3 or 4 nuggets to people, the Nugget 22 and a Nugget 18, and both of those guys love them. And they're like, do you have another one of these? It's like, if I had another one of those, I wouldn't have given you the first one. They are absolutely spectacular. And Ray Cook's one of those brands that's won 200 times on the PGA Tour. It's not like it's some fly-by-night thing. the Tracy and the Sandy, the Maryland, the Sandy CB, I would assume, are you trying to get them into the hands of tour players to see if maybe you can get a little run on the tour?
Yeah, no question. And we've already put some inquiries out there, and it's early. Hopefully by next season we'll have it in some hands. Famously, some incredible golfers played the S putter. Retief Goosen won the U.S. Open with it.
Yep.
Jim Furyk, the story's incredible. He bought a used one for $39 at a local pro shop and went on to win the FedEx Cup. Very, very recently, Matt Fitzpatrick was still buying, any yes putter he could find on eBay.
Right.
I think he played the Tracy or the Tracy 2. And once the IP, the patent on the arc face technology ran out, he had another company actually just develop them the exact same yes. They just built the yes putter and put a different brand on it.
Right.
So Matt Fitzpatrick would be an amazing, obviously a true professional out there, and maybe his brother's interested too. So.
Well, and you name it the Fitzy 2 or something for him, just so he goes, well, it's my own putter. Yeah. See?
All right. Yep. You're already getting to work. I love it, Chuck.
I tell you, I'm part of the plan here. I'm just an idea guy. All right, let me wrap it up. Let me ask you a couple questions really quick. At the 108th PGA Championship in Aronimink, CBS Golf on CBS asked some questions. So let me, in your opinion, this is not a right or wrong. In your opinion, what is the length of a gimme putt?
Oh. Boy, with my buddies, let's call it 2 feet.
Okay, because you have a Sandy CB, so that's a little bit longer. That's 38 inches, so that's a little bit more there. What does an amateur golfer need to shoot to be considered good at golf?
Break 90.
Okay.
I play with a lot of guys that are, it's hard to string every shot together, right? I play with a lot of guys that absolutely could crush it off the tee or have an incredible short game and somehow end up with the clubhouse 88, 87, and I still felt they played really, really well. So, I'd say breaking 90. I think you're in the ballpark right there.
All right. When you're on the green, is the pin in or pin out when you're putting?
Oh, I go back and forth with this one. It's out over, for me, it's out over 30 feet. Anything inside of 30 feet, I got to pull it. I can't remember an instance where having the pin actually helped the ball go in. I've seen the opposite, but I'd say outside of 30 feet, I'm leaving that pin in.
My friend, I appreciate you taking the time this morning. Look forward to doing this again down the road. Keep me posted with everything that's going on. I'd be happy to be your monkey to try everything out and see how it's rolling.
Which model do you like, Chuck?
Of the ones that are out now, is for me personally be a 34-inch Maryland.
34-inch Maryland. All right.
I'd like to try that because I don't usually use a blade most of the time, but I'm kind of moving towards a mallet, and I want to see what a mallet. But I want the right mallet. That's why I think of 34-inch Maryland.
All right, we're gonna get one. Head your direction, Chuck.
I appreciate it.
Again.
I appreciate it, my friend. Be good. We'll talk soon.
Sounds good. Thanks so much, Chuck. Bye.
Tom Rath with us from Yes Putters. Go to forethoughtgolf.com for more information. Follow them on the website at yesputters.golf. It is the multi-award-winning Garbedian on golf. And a reminder for you that Darren Clark, Ben Crane won the 2026 AmFam Championship at TPC, Wisconsin. Posted a score of 30 under par to hold on to a one-shot victory in Madison. For more information on the AmFam Championship, go to amfamchampionship.com. If you haven't gotten a golf trip on the calendar this season, still time to make it happen at the French Lake Resort. It's the only place you can play courses by Pete Dye and Donald Ross together on the same property, and you can play both championship courses through the fall when you book the Hall of Fame package. Golf seasons last well into the fall in Southern Indiana. You're going to be glad that you teed it up with a trip to French Lake. Go to FrenchLake.com to start planning. FrenchLake.com. You've got to be 21 to enter the casino. If there's a gambling problem, call 800-9-WITH-IT or text INGAMB to 53342. Titleist, the number one ball at the Open Championship since records have been kept. The majority of players that competed for the Claret Jug trusted the superior performance and consistency of Titleist. Titleist is the number one ball at the Open since the records have been kept. It's the number one ball in golf at every level of competitive golf. For more information, go to Titleist.com. FootJoy, the number one shoe, number one glove at Royal Birkdale. When it mattered most, the world's best players teed it up at the 154th Open Championship. They trust the quality and performance of FootJoy gear. Find out more, go to FootJoy.com. Tap In Golf Bar in Waukesha and Sussex, open all season long. No slow play, climate controlled. the Tap In Golf Bar in Waukesha and Sussex. Find out more at tapingolfbar.com. Our thanks to everyone involved with the program in the first half of it, including Charlie Usen, who's our producer. We miss Gary Van Sickle. I'm going to guess we're going to find him at the top of the hour. Also, Tom Rath joining us from Yes Butters, that and so much more. Coming your way, Gary D'Amato, Tim Clark in hour number 2. Man, we get a lot done in a short period of time. There's a lot making this thing happen right now. We keep it just flowing and going for you. Maybe you're heading to your tee time right now as we speak. If you do, it's Garbedian on Golf, broadcasting live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios. It's powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook.
From the tee to the fairway to the green. From the PGA to the LPGA to the Live Golf Tour. If it's golf related, Chuck Garbedian will discuss it. It's time to tee it up for the award-winning Garbedian on Golf Show on the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network.
Are you kidding me?
Not kidding you.
Really?
Really?
The only thing you can tell me worse than that is if Tony Romo was calling us right now.
That'd be pretty cool. Wow.
You want Tony Romo to call us?
We can do it.
I can have him call us if you want. Are two lines ringing at the same time? No, just one? It's just Van Sickle? Oh, my gosh. Telling time is a real skill when you get older. Our show sponsors include the Wild Rock Golf Club at the Wilderness Resort, the American Family Insurance Championship. I'm glad you're enjoying this. Sweetgrass Sage Run, the Island Resort, PGA Tour Superstore, Erin Hills, Titleist, FootJoy, the French Lick Resort, Wisconsin State Golf Association, the Wisconsin PGA. You got them on hold? Why?
Do you want me to tell him to call back in the next segment? You can do that.
Well, only if we have
both of them.
both are on the hold right
yes.
now? All right. Tell Van Sickle that we'll get to him at 8:20.
Okay.
Because he doesn't know how to tell time, I guess. And then we'll do Gary D'Amato right now. Man. The Wisconsin State Golf Association, the Wisconsin PGA, Eagle Springs Golf Resort. These are all of our show sponsors. Waukesha County Parks Department, Henry Flock Steakhouse, the Milwaukee County Parks Department, Ironwood Golf Course in Sussex, Old Fashioned Golf, Tap In Golf Bar in Sussex and Waukesha, Broadlands Golf Course, a must-play Rick Jacobson design in North Prairie, Wisconsin. All of our guests are courtesy. All of our guests at one time are courtesy of the Wild Rock Golf Club in the Wisconsin Dells. A spectacular Herdston Fry design. Book your must-play tee time at wildrockgolf.com. This hour of the show brought to you by the Island Resort Casino in Northern Michigan. It's the home of Sweetgrass, Sage Run, and Cedar. Championship golf at its finest, as well as first-rate accommodations. Book your trip at islandresort.com.
Gary said the area code you gave him was 415, not 414. He's playing with you now. You
Gary
guys are,
who?
Gary Van Sickle. You guys are going back and forth.
We'll see if he comes on at 20 after.
He said he's going to.
No. I'll say he's going to. He's not going to say anything. He can say wherever he wants. We gave him 415. He lived in Wisconsin. He knows it's 414. This past week, it was 125th Wisconsin State Amateur Tournament presented by West Bend Insurance and held at West Bend Country Club. No relation. Congrats to Spencer Tertz, who posted a 3-shot margin to secure the win. Here to talk more about not only the State Am, but also the great game of golf. Please welcome Hall of Famer from Wisconsin.golf, our good friend, the lovely and talented Gary D'Amato. Gary, how are you, my friend?
Good morning, Chuck. I'm great. How are you?
Wonderful. I'm looking for an Uber if I'm Tony Romo, tied for 73rd, 35 over par, and looking for a DUI.
Oh my gosh! You know, I don't know if you saw this. Some of your listeners may have. I posted on after the third round. A little kid approached him and asked for some quarterback tips, and I posted a really cute video of Tony showing this kid, you know, how to drop back and how proper release the ball, all this stuff. It was pretty cool that he did that.
Right.
So I posted that, got a lot of views, and then of course the next day he gets bumped for DUI, and so now that post has gotten over 1.1 million views, and people are chiming in and saying this didn't age well and blah blah blah. But all the toxic stuff you usually get on Twitter. But yeah, that's too bad for Tony. Unfortunate.
Yeah, unfortunate but true. Sometimes life gets in the way of everything else that's happening, my friend. The 125th Wisconsin State Amateur, West Bend Country Club, Spencer Tertz, a 3-shot victory, coming in at 3 over par 287 to secure the win. From the outside, it seemed like a roller coaster ride and a wild one at that. What was it like between the ropes?
It was definitely a roller coaster ride for a bunch of guys. You know, at any point over the final, I'd say 27 holes, it looked like 8 or 10 different guys were going to kind of take control of the tournament, and no one ever did really. It could have, you know, there were 7 or 8 guys on the final day who could have won the tournament. And Spencer Tertz played great on the back 9. He didn't play great on the front. He kind of just hung in there, made a couple bogeys, but you know, 8 pars and a birdie on the back 9 and sort of pulled away at the end. But it was a really fun tournament to cover.
It's interesting, too. The golf cart played at less than 6,900 yards each day. It held its own over the course of the event, and it proves that length is not the only thing that deters good scoring. It's a fine golf course. It had a wonderful setup. We talked to James Kelly the week before to talk a little bit about the setup and everything that was going on there. It was ready for championship golf.
It's a great, great golf course. And a couple guys mentioned that it was almost like a U.S. Open setup. The rough was up. You had to hit the fairway. And, it was really, the wind really blew a couple of days there on Monday and Tuesday. It was, blowing 30 miles an hour, gusting up to 30. And then approach shots into those greens, I mean, you had to be really precise. Jeff Perkle, the rules and tournament director for the WSJ, set some really fair but difficult pins, and it was hard to get to them. So, pars were good scores. It was like a U.S. Open.
Well, the cut came at plus 16, which gives you an indication of just how tough it was playing out at West Bend Country Club. And there were wild swings up and down the leaderboard every day, players jumping up or dropping down by double-digit margins. West Bend Country Club not only played tough, it played havoc on the field, but from everything that I heard and read, it was a fair setup all the way around.
It was fair. There was nothing goofy or tricky about it. It was just, it demanded your best. It demanded, accuracy off the tee. It demanded, distance control with your irons and a good short game and good putting. So it tested every bit of every golfer's games. And, I think that's a hallmark, of a really good championship test of golf.
It was neat to see Spencer Church surrounded by his teammates when he came up the green on 18 after winning the 125th Wisconsin State Amateur at West Bend Country Club. It's just one of the things that makes golf great. Is it's such a community.
It is. Yeah, he had a former teammate, Cameron Huss, who caddied for him the last couple of days. Cameron now has turned professional and is playing in Monday qualifiers and chasing the dream that a lot of these guys chase. And then, a lot of his teammates, a lot of guys from Wisconsin and Marquette both made the cut. So it was interesting for that dynamic. But, one of the guys who finished second, tied for second, Cody Getzky, a talented young player, is headed to Wisconsin. So he's going into the program, and Spencer Church has come out of it. So it's pretty cool to see that.
Well, and too, with Cody posting one of the better rounds in round 4 of 70, which was a pretty nice. It was a nice little bump, 9 spots up on the last day for him.
Yeah, and he three-putted the last hole. He got a little aggressive with the first putt. He knew he had to make it to have any chance because Spencer Church was behind him and had a 1 or 2 stroke lead at that point. And he kind of gassed the first putt 6 or 7 feet past and missed coming back. But could have been at 69, but 70 was the low round of the day and the only under par score in the final round, which tells you how tough it played.
Gary D'Amato with us, Hall of Famer, Wisconsin.golf. Go to Wisconsin.golf to see the latest. Also, follow him on social media at Gary D'Amato Golf. All of our guests, courtesy of Wild Rock Golf Club in the Wisconsin Dells. A spectacular Herdston Fry design. Wild Rock Golf. Learn more. Book your tee time. Go to wildrockgolf.com. Some of the other things on the docket that I wanted to run past you. Shoot Park got the go-ahead for the redo, which I think is fascinating. Yeah. Craig Holcomb's going to be involved with it. Mike Kaiser. I was the 1989 club champion at Shoot Park in the men's club there. So there's a little thing on the wall that has my name on it that better still stay there when they're done with this whole renovation. But it's got to be exciting for everybody involved with it.
Oh, man, I am so excited. As you know, Chuck, I worked in Racine for a decade and like you played Shoot Park a lot.
Yep.
And, it's really kind of a rundown little golf course. But, the site is just spectacular on the bluffs overlooking Lake Michigan in the shadow of the lighthouse.
Yep.
And with Craig Leipold's money and Kaiser doing the right thing and Craig Holcomb, who I have a great respect for as an architect, I think that is going to be just a phenomenal 9-hole course. And it's going to attract people from all over the Midwest. People going on their way up to Whistling Straits from Chicago and Indianapolis are going to stop and play this course. So I can't wait. I can't wait to see what they do there.
When we were there playing in the men's club, that we used to call it the Pebble Beach of Wisconsin, simply because you were sitting there. And one of the days that we were there, because we played all summer long and into the fall, we were playing one day and we were teeing off on the lighthouse hole, which at that time was number 3. It might be different now. And the Goodyear blimp was coming up the coast. And it was just wild to see it like 50 feet out to over the lake and 500 feet above us, just buzzing along because it was going from Chicago up to Green Bay for the Packers game. It's like those are the things you don't see every day.
No, and they probably looked down from the blimp and probably admired that golf course setting because it's such a cool place. That must have been a great experience.
Gary D'Amato with us, Hall of Famer, Wisconsin.golf. Go to Wisconsin.golf for more information on social media. Go to Gary D'Amato Golf on X. How's retirement going?
I wish I could say I'm retired. I'm working harder than ever, it seems.
It does seem like that.
Cover the State Am. I'll be covering the State Open.
Right.
I don't know. I just can't pull away. And there's so much golf course news, Chuck. In addition to Shoe Park, I'm following what's going on at Kettle Forge, the private club being built in Ashepin.
Right.
And then I just found out about a new course that's going to go up on the west part of the state in Whitehall in an abandoned sand quarry, a fracking quarry.
Oh.
That Jay Blasey is going to design, and he'll be in Wisconsin all next summer working on that, and then also at Century World, which will be closed for the entire year again next year. So there's all kinds of golf course news going on in our state.
Well, that and Beaver Dam Country Club with the renovation that it received under the guidance of Dax White.
Yeah, I played it a couple of weeks ago and wrote a little something for the Sweet Spot column. Dax White promised when he bought the course that he would put money back into it, and he has done exactly that. They've done a lot of things, a lot of course improvements, clubhouse improvements, paved the parking lot. All that stuff takes money, and he's been true to his word, and I really like what's going on up there in Beaver Dam.
When you go to the website, it's interesting because when you see the clubhouse, if you knew what it looked like beforehand, the paint job is a little startling because it's not a traditional color of blue that you're looking at for a clubhouse. It's not a stately Wayne Manor kind of a thing.
Yeah, it's an older clubhouse. I think I'm pretty sure the course was built in two stages. A 9-holer and then became an 18-holer. But just at one, everyone talks about Old Hickory, and rightfully so, because that's a great golf course too. But Beaver Dam Country Club is its next door neighbor and is on track to be that kind of golf course. I think
it's just one of those golf courses that you look at in Wisconsin, and when you're on there, if they blindfolded you and dropped you on it, you're going, yeah, it's a Wisconsin golf course. I recognize this. It looks familiar, but it also looks friendly and welcoming and inviting. It's the kind of golf course that you want to go play every day.
Yeah, and all the improvements that they've made. Before Dax White bought the course, they were getting about 15,000 rounds, and now it's up to 24,000. So that's just a testament to the good things that are happening there.
How's your game?
I haven't played much, and it's really bad. Hey, how's yours? How's your elbow? You're not entered in any senior tour stuff.
No, my elbow. I've gone to something called dry needling and stem wave, which is what we're working on now to try to get my elbow to function. And some days it does, and some days it doesn't. So I actually played a little bit this week, and actually made a hole-in-one this week. So
no way.
Oh yeah.
Where?
At Grant Park, your favorite place.
Oh my God, which hole, Chuck?
15.
Oh, 15. That's probably the toughest of the par threes there. What'd you hit there? 5-iron?
We had 212 to the hole into the wind. I hit a fairway wood.
Oh yeah. Okay, yeah.
Because I can't swing right now. My elbow is killing me. It was everything I could to get it airborne, and then it ended up in the cup. And then there's another whole story behind that I'll tell you off air. That you'll really enjoy. You'll find it amusing, to say the least, my friend.
I'd love to hear it. Love Grant Park.
Yep.
Congrats on the ace.
I appreciate you taking the time as always. Get an Uber whenever you can, and then we'll tee it up pretty soon, my friend.
All right, sounds good. Thanks, Chuck.
Talk to you soon. Gary D'Amato with us, Hall of Famer, Wisconsin.golf. Go to Wisconsin.golf to see the latest there. We're going to get to Gary Van Sickle next, as a matter of fact. He sent me the thing saying it said 415. I'm like, yeah. You lived in Wisconsin. It's not like you don't know what it is. All of our guests for Garbedian on Golf, brought to you by the Wild Rock Golf Club in the Wisconsin Dells. An amazing golf experience. Stay ahead of the game. Download the Wild Rock mobile app, because the Wild Rock mobile app is packed with features and specials that you find only available on the app, and you can download it now onto any device. Enjoy the Wild Rock experience. Book your tee time online today at wildrockgolf.com, wildrockgolf.com. By the way, when Gary mentioned that I haven't been playing anything, it kills me to not playing stuff.
Yeah.
To not play in tournaments, it kills me.
Henry back.
Oh, maybe. Henry Flock in West Dallas. That's where quality service and hospitality always the special of the day. Henry Flock's a casual neighborhood steakhouse, and it has delicious food and an exceptional bar. So much to enjoy. Henry Flock's, 92nd and National in West Dallas. For more information, visit henryflock.com. This season, play the home of Wisconsin golf at the Eagle Springs Golf Resort. Founded in 1893, Eagle Springs Golf Resort, the 19th ranked course in the state of Wisconsin. Eagle Springs Golf Resort, sixth generation, family-owned facility just a short ride from Milwaukee, Madison, or Chicago. For more information to make a tee time and explore Eagle Springs Golf Resort, go to eaglespringsgolfresort.com. Waukesha County Golf Courses, where your next best game awaits. Discover the lush greens, rolling hills of the Waukesha County Golf Courses. Whether you're a pro or just starting out, Waukesha County Golf Courses offers something for everyone. Ask Tom Holla. He'll be happy to tell you that. Enjoy breathtaking views, challenging fairways, and a welcoming community of golfers. For more information, visit golfwaukeshacounty.com. It is the multi-award winning Garbedian on Golf. Coming up next, Gary Van Sickle from Parts Unknown as we broadcast live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. Congrats to the Dream Team. Darren Clark, Ben Crane. They won the 2026 AmFam Championship at TPC, Wisconsin by one shot. Out Madison with a score of 30 under par. More information on the AmFam Championship, go to amfamchampionship.com. French Lick, more than just a great name in the hometown of Larry Bird. It's a bucket list golf destination you got to play to believe. French Lick Resort, home to championship courses by Pete Dye and Donald Ross. There's also the casino, gorgeous historic hotels, free customized planning for golf groups. Make the easy drive to southern Indiana and experience golf the French Lick way. Visit FrenchLick.com to get your trip on the books. FrenchLick.com. You've got to be 21 to enter the casino. If there's a gambling problem, call 800-9-WHIP-IT or text ING-AMB to 53342. Titleist is the number one ball at the Open Championship since records have been kept. The majority of players that competed for the Claret Jug trusted the superior performance and consistency of a Titleist golf ball. Titleist, the number one ball at the Open since records have been kept, and the number one ball in golf. Go to Titleist.com for more information. FootJoy, the number one shoe and the number one glove at Royal Birkdale, because when it matters most, the world's best players tee it up at the 154th Open Championship. They trust the quality and performance of FootJoy gear. Trust and performance when they matter most. FootJoy is the number one shoe in golf, the number one glove in golf. Learn more at FootJoy.com. Tap In Golf Bar in Waukesha on Sussex, open all season long and offer the best in indoor golf. Enjoy date night, master, and team building event. Just celebrate a night out with friends. The Tap In Golf Bar, unique venue that not only take in the game, but also play the game. Enjoy indoor golf simulators, spirits, food, sports when you want them all season long. The Tap In Golf Bar. Go to tapingolfbar.com. All right, let's figure things out. The area code is 414. All majors on this side and the Players Championship, they're in the books for the 2026 season. What's left now is the President's Cup at Medina, an ever-changing landscape in the world of professional golf. And here to talk more about the great game on time, please welcome one of my all-time favorites, the lovely and talented Gary Van Sickle. Van, how are you this morning, my friend?
It's an ever-changing world, Chuck. It's hard to keep up.
It sure is.
I'm sorry. It's an ever-changing landscape.
Landscape. Get it right, my friend. It's like 415 and 414. There's just one digit between, but it means the difference between the West Coast and the Midwest.
I just clicked on that number without looking at it.
Yep.
It said San Francisco. I looked at it, it's like, yeah, I think I know what area code is supposed to be. So
right. There you go. How are you doing? Everything good?
Yeah, I've decided to go ahead and get a knee replacement this fall.
Oh,
so
my.
Don't have it. Both my knees have gone to hell. I played in my club championship, which was 27 holes on Saturday and 27 on Sunday. And, man, I was hobbling around all week. And my other knee, which I thought wasn't that bad, is just as bad.
Really?
So, yeah.
Are you sorry
annoying.
They do one and then let you rehab and recover and then do the other?
Yeah, I mean, that's
the plan.
Yeah, you don't do them right away. You got to make sure you can cover the first one. So that's kind of a. But I realize now it's like the other one's going to have to be done too, I think.
Wow.
Oh, well, don't get old, baby.
Yeah, try not to. Let's talk about this then. In the meantime, Aaron Rai, the 2026 PGA Championship winner, Ryan Fox, the 2026 Open Championship winner. Who will we not have on our majors pool bingo card next season when the majors roll around in 2027?
Boy, that's a good one. Probably one of these hot young amateurs who just made it onto the tour.
Yep.
Jackson Coyven would be my first pick, and this Jackson Super guy. I mean, he was in the mix at the Open Championship for a while. So, there's two guys right there I would have on my list, plus the lovely and talented JT Poston.
Yep.
Your Memorial Tournament champion.
Yes.
He was actually in the mix at. I don't remember if it was Shinnecock or Aronimink, but he was up there for a while. So, also I like this Ryan Gerard. That guy's tough.
Yeah, I like this.
He had a good showing at the Open.
Where do you think the PGA Tour is headed with Brian Roloff at the helm? And does Jay Monahan get enough credit or any credit for his time on top of the PGA Tour?
Well, Monahan's legacy is going to be really stabbing the tour in the back by turning around and making it, the whole thing that happened with Liv.
Right.
he made the framework agreement that ultimately didn't work out. But he just got done meeting with 9/11 families, people who lost a family member, and then he turns around and does that, and that kind of, I think, ultimately cost him his job. But the other thing he did was he overreacted to LIV. He raised all the purses on the PGA Tour to match to make sure, try to keep anybody else from leaving. And those purse levels were not sustainable. And that led to them having to get this investment group to put in $1.5 billion. And now instead of trying to run a tour for your members, you've got investment bankers running the tour to maximize profits. So the great plan is, well, instead of having 45 pretty good tournaments that every community likes, we're just going to have 20 where all the top guys play, and we're going to have 25 more where you're guaranteed to have nobody in the top 120.
Right.
So you've just destroyed half of your tour. Well, you're probably going to make a lot of money on these 20 events. These other 25.
What are they for?
Rory said it's the Corn Ferry Tour.
Right. That's basically what it is.
I don't know what network's going to televise those other than Golf Channel, but who's going to watch that? Not that they're not good players, but it's you've destroyed the credibility of those events by stealing all the top players for your 20, plus the 4 majors. I don't know. I don't like it. And if you had this system before, guys like Chris Gotterup and Jake Bridgman, might not ever got on tour. So it's kind of turned into a closed shop. I feel like with Tiger and some of these guys making decisions regarding money, and they all got equity deals, I feel like the rabbits are in charge of the lettuce, and the guys who are on the outside aren't going to get any of it. And I don't like it. It may, in fact, turn out to be very successful, but I personally don't like that, and I can't believe the rank and file members of the tour went along with this. If you're, a guy who's 100th on the money list, you're like, well, if I'm in, it'd be great. But if I finish 121, I'm done.
Right.
Those purse levels are going to go back to like 2006, where first place is going to be like 720,000. That's it's better than the Corn Ferry.
Yeah.
And I'll be shocked if the Corn Ferry Tour survives in its current state, because you already got this. But I don't know. I'm not thrilled. Let's put it that way.
And the interesting thing about all this is what happens with all the guys from LIV that are going to be flooding back in now, because LIV's going to go away. You've already seen some guys on PGA Tour champions, and you've seen some people who are playing in the majors that have qualified for the majors. It'll be interesting to see where all of this shakes out at the end of next season, when we're talking again about where are we at the end of 27.
Well, I don't think LIV really, if you look at their lineup, how many guys do they have that you even want back?
John Rahm and Bryson, and that's it. Maybe Cam Smith.
Yeah, Cam Smith, and the other guys, a lot of them don't want to come back. They can't compete. Cheryl Schwartzel,
right?
Oosthuizen, those guys are done.
Yep.
They can go play. They can go play the Europe DP World Tour if they want, or the Asian Tour perhaps. But I don't think there's going to be a flood of guys trying to come back. There'll probably be a dozen, 15 who want to come back, but I don't know how they're. It looks like they're applying that rule where you got to sit out a year after your last competitive event in a rival tour. So Henrik Stenson was doing that, or did that already. I think he's on they're trying to get on the senior tour. It really affects the senior tour more than some of these guys definitely want to play the senior tour because they can't compete. Ian Poulter, some of these guys I saw at the senior majors they got in, and they were happy to be there. But those 3 guys are all you need. And Bryson is such a prima donna, and not necessarily it's based on something, but he's pretty much the number 1 needle mover in golf now, and he was before the. Go back to the pandemic. Remember, he was all bulked up, hitting at 400 yards.
Yep.
Man, if you're at a golf tournament, I remember being at Bay Hill during the Arnold Palmer Invitational, and it's like Arnold Palmer was playing. People are just crawling all over that course chasing him. He was a superstar, and then he won an Open. Then he kind of had a dry period, and then he went to Live. But he hits it a mile. People love that, and he does all the internet stuff. He's got a whole separate world of fans on the internet. So Rory or Scheffler would be second most needle mover, but they're not even close to Bryson. And then after those two guys, you don't have anybody who moves the needle that I can think of. Who's fourth?
No,
Spieth? I don't know.
Maybe if that.
If he could play, yeah.
Yeah, if you could play. We're up against it, but I appreciate you taking the time, my friend. I will talk again soon. When are you doing the surgery? Do you know yet? Have you scheduled a date?
No. We've just agreed to do it, and I got to see the guy who's actually going to do it. So I can't do it before mid-September. So probably end of September, something like that.
All right, keep me posted. I'll talk to you soon.
All right.
Thanks,
Chuck.
Thank you, my friend. Gary Van Sickle with us from firstcall.com. Island Resort Casino, Michigan, Scenic Upper Peninsula, one of the Midwest premier golf casino and entertainment resort destinations. Build a stay and play package that ticks all the boxes for you and your group. More than 450 guest rooms, great food, expansive Vegas-style casino featuring the Island Sportsbook plus Sweetgrass, Sage Run, and Cedar. You're going to find your total experience at the Island. Go to islandresort.com for more information. PGA Tour Superstore, the official golf retailer, the multi-award-winning Garbedian on Golf. Find everything you need and or want for your golf game at PGA Tour Superstore, 18550 West Blue Mound Road in Brookfield. PGA Tour Superstore. Find the most popular brands, experience exceptional service, enjoy the best that the great game of golf has to offer. PGA Tour Superstore, 18550 West Blue Mound Road in Brookfield. Worldwide on the web, PGA Tour Superstore.com. Congrats to former UW players Spencer Tertz, the winner of the 125th Wisconsin State Am, presented by West Bend Insurance and contested at West Bend Country Club this past week. If you're interested in competition, the WSJ tournament schedule features over 100 events for men and women of all abilities. Find out more information. Go to WSGA.org. Show your love of golf in Wisconsin. Support a great cause. Obtain a Wisconsin golf license plate for your vehicle. Proceeds from the plate go to the WPGA Junior Scholarship Fund and PGA Hope Wisconsin. For more information, go to whiskjuniorgolf.com. Coming up next, Tim Clark will join us, president of Tour Edge Golf, right here on Garbedian on Golf, broadcasting live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook. All guests for Garbedian on Golf brought to you by the Wild Rock Golf Club in the Wisconsin Dells. An amazing golf experience. Enjoy the Wild Rock experience. Book your tee time online today at wildrockgolf.com. Wildrockgolf.com. 35 miles northwest downtown Milwaukee, the scenic Catamaran. That's where you find Aaron Hills, providing a championship golf experience in a comfortable setting. Enjoy seasonal green fees right now with the tee times that are still available. Also, plan ahead and pre-book your 2027 visit to stay and play at Aaron Hills. Go to aaronhills.com. Once again, aaronhills.com. Milwaukee County Golf has 13 courses to choose from. That means there's an ideal course for every avid golfer, and all Wisconsin residents are eligible to participate in the Parks Players Discount Program. Slice up to 50% off of your green fee every time you play. For program information, go to mke.golf. Ironwood Golf Course, there are no worries, none. Find out more about the Callow, the Meath, and the Burn Nines at Ironwood Golf Course. Make your Ironwood tee time at ironwoodgolfcourse.com. Tour Edge Golf is a lot of things to a lot of avid golfers. It may be their first set of real golf clubs. It may be the best set of clubs a player has ever played. It may be the best value and have the highest ROI of any manufacturer around. When you sort it all out and put it all together, when you try an exceptional Tour Edge piece of equipment, you will be pleasantly surprised at the quality and performance that is in your hands. Here to talk more about Tour Edge, please welcome one of my all-time favorite people on the planet, the president of Tour Edge, the lovely and talented Tim Clark. Tim, my friend, how are you?
Hey Chuck, I'm doing great, man. I love being on your show. I'm so impressed with the amount of golf that Wisconsin has to offer. It really has turned into a major golfing destination. That's for sure.
It really is. When you start doing the little things that they start doing, like guess how many courses we have and how many great courses we have, and they always talk about, you know, Whistling and Sand Valley and Aaron Hills and Wild Rock, and then you go to the Genevas and do Grand Geneva and Geneva National. I took some people down to Grand Geneva the other day, and they were thrilled with it because they had never seen anything quite like it. It's a variety of golf in Wisconsin.
It is beautiful. No, I think it's, like I said, I think it's probably the hidden destination in the U.S. The only problem with Wisconsin golf is you got a little bit of a short summer, but it is beautiful and great to get up there and play.
Yeah, you can cram it in a hurry if you have to. I talked to John Claffey a little bit earlier this week. I was disappointed to hear that you weren't playing today. Why are you not playing today, my friend?
Yeah, you know what, we've had such a good year. I mean, I'll be honest. This is one of the probably best years. I'm in the industry 30 years, with Wilson Pryor, and I've never been part of a more successful year when you look at third-party endorsements on different products. The driver came out and was listed as a top 3 driver on the My Golf Spy testing. 1, 2, and 3 were Callaway, TaylorMade, and Tour Edge. So those are high, lofty goals, and David Glott has done, and Matt Neely, head of our R&D, they've really done a great job. Then we turned around and we got an award we made our move into the players iron category with our cavity back forging, and that one came out with the most forgiving players iron in the category, and that's a great feat. So we got that done, and then a little later the Max game and our Hot Launch Max D won the game improvement. A super game and improvement iron of the year. And then it's just been just last week, the driving iron came out as the top driving iron in 2026. And then, of course, we launched the golf balls, and the Exotics urethane ball was on the hot list. So I don't ever in all my career remember winning this much. And there's nothing more fun in golf, whether you're playing or making stuff, than winning, Chuck.
Tim Clark with us on the red carpet at all the awards ceremonies, president of Tour Edge Golf. Go to touredge.com for more information. Follow them on social media at Tour Edge Golf. I was surprised when we were down at the PGA show where they were handed out, here, try this. This is a Tour Edge golf ball. And it was like a Tour Edge golf ball, Exotics. And the thing is, Tour Edge is changing the logo a little bit, making it a little bit more exciting, a little bit more edgy. It has to be certainly gratifying to hear the feedback, not from just people who are in the industry, but people who are outside the industry who recognize Tour Edge for their quality and performance.
Yeah, Chuck, and I think when I decided to get back into the equipment game, I was handling Callaway and Original Penguin for Perry Ellis, so I was in the soft goods line, the field for a year. But when I made the decision to get back, first thing I did was a deep dive, and it was Tour Edge is a great brand, 40 years, but it definitely, we were at a point where we really needed a logo that had multiple uses, which fortunately David Glod, our CEO and founder, was on board with it. And the new logo has been a smashing success. We're having probably our best year in the company's history this year. And that's followed up. We had a huge double-digit growth last year. So, right now, and people always ask me, why golf balls? Why now? And my point was always that every golf company, for the most part, with the exception of Ping, who still stays very disciplined and equipment only, but everybody else, even Mizuno nowadays, everyone's in that category. And as vendors get consolidated, whether it's at the green grass course because pros don't want to deal with 15 different companies, the ability to offer everything really helps. And so we felt like that was an area I had enough outside engineering help that I knew I could make a world-class product, which was, because if it wasn't good, we couldn't do it. And then once we got the test results, it was all systems go. But it's been a whole lot of fun, Chuck. I got to admit it.
Well, and also, too, the cachet of the Exotics name, that was something that really put Tour Edge on the map, is once you hit Exotics, if you mentioned Exotics, people who played the game knew what it was, and people who didn't know the game were curious as to what it was. And certainly, something as recent as the Exotics Mini gives you an identity and a way of connecting with people who are interested in the great game of golf.
Yeah, that was one of when I did my my deep dive before joining Tour Edge, the one thing, the Exotics name is, I would argue it might be one of the best names in golf that you could ever own. It tells you exactly what it is. So from a trademark and a brand perspective, that's the brand, that's our halo brand. That's the one that we want everyone to try. That's the stuff that plays as good as anybody in this industry, Callaway, PXG, it doesn't matter. These are the people we're beating with our Exotics brand in these third-party tests. And then, like you said in the beginning, our goal is to continue to grow the game of golf. So, not everybody's willing to go out and, buy their bag to get going and spend, $3,000 to $5,000, $6,000, $10,000, whatever it may be.
Right.
So then we also make world-class products that are playable for the beginner or the junior. And I love that. To me, that shows that you're really committed to the sport. You're not an elitist brand that just wants to talk to the upper 5%. We want to talk to every golfer, whether you're brand new or you've been playing it for 30 years like myself.
Well, and one of the things, too, is Tour Edge is a club that's guaranteed for life. So it goes to show you how proud you are of the quality and performance of a Tour Edge club, is that it is guaranteed for life.
That was another crazy thing. There's two, when I joined the company, the lifetime guarantee, I got to be honest, being in the industry, I didn't know, I was not aware of that. And then obviously, as I did my deep dive, I was like, we need to really talk about that a lot more. So, we're leading with things like, lifetime guarantee. And obviously, that there's expenses for that. I mean, when you we get some stuff back that's 15 years old and it either, something happened to it. And if it can't be, fixed, we actually replace it. So, proud to be an American company that actually stands behind our products. It's really, really quite an honor. And then the other thing is the 48-hour custom turnaround. I mean, we hold that 48 hours. The only thing that would make it not happen is if something goes out of stock, like a component, like a shaft or something.
Sure.
But our 48-hour turnaround happens whether it's whether it's in the peak of the season in May, or whether it's for the holiday. So that was probably, coming from a competitor, that was the most impressive thing I would say I saw, because the operation is so well run. Tony Herb has been there a long time. I will say, from an assembly and building operation, I don't know if there's a better one in the country.
Tim, I appreciate your time, my friend. I'm going to ask you 3 quick questions. What's the length of a gimme putt in your estimation?
Chuck, we've never played. A gimme putt is like 15 feet for me. But if I'm playing, somebody, we always play inside the leather. It's changed a little bit with the longer putters, but directionally, sure, the 35-inch putter is what we talk about.
Okay, what does an amateur golfer need to shoot to be considered good at golf?
An amateur to be good at golf, I would say if you're in the mid 80s, you're pretty darn good. I mean, with all the new players, we have noticed that the actual handicaps are escalating, which is fine,
Sure.
But if you can go out and shoot mid 80s, you can play any golf course in the country.
All right. When you're on the green and you're putting, do you like the pin in or the pin out?
Yeah, that's a great one. I think the USGA might have missed the mark on that one where they wanted the pin in to speed up play. And every time I play with different people, half of them want them in, half of them want it. I prefer it out. So I actually think it's slowed down play because guys go, can you put it back in? I'm like, oh, God, here we go.
There, we got to go find it.
It was a great idea.
My friend, I always appreciate you taking the time. It's fun to catch up. I look forward to teeing up with you soon.
Yeah, I love that, buddy. And again, congrats on all your success and awards. I follow you. I think you're obviously one of the best radio or pod shows in the country, and you got a great following. And like I said, you're in the hidden gem of golf up there in Wisconsin. I'm born in Fond du Lac, so I'm a big fan of the state.
All the best, my friend. Enjoy the day.
Take care. Thank you.
Tim Clark with us, president of Tour Edge Golf. Go to touredge.com for more information and also follow them on social media at Tour Edge Golf. Congrats to Darren Clark, Ben Crane. They won the 2026 AmFam Championship at TPC, Wisconsin. For more information on the AmFam Championship, go to amfamchampionship.com. French Lick is more than just a great name in the hometown of Larry Bird. It's a bucket list golf destination you've got to play to believe. French Lick, the home to championship courses by Pete Dye and Donald Ross. Make the easy drive to Southern Indiana. Experience golf the French Lick way. Go to FrenchLick.com to get your trip on the books. You've got to be 21 to enter the casino. Gambling problem? Call 800-9-WITH-IT or text ING-AMB to 53342. Titleist, the number one ball in golf, and it's the number one ball at the Open Championship since records have been kept at every level of competitive golf. Titleist, the number one ball in golf. Go to Titleist.com for more information. FootJoy, the number one shoe and the number one glove in the great game of golf when trust and performance matter most. FootJoy, the number one shoe in golf, the number one glove in golf. Go to FootJoy.com for more information. Our thanks to everybody on the program today, and we got everybody in. Gary Van Sickle joining us from FirstCall.com. Tom Rath with us from Yes Putters. Go to ForethoughtGolf.com for more information there. Gary D'Amato, Hall of Famer from Wisconsin.golf, and Tim Clark, the president of Tour Edge Golf. Go to touredge.com for more information there. Island Resort and Casino, one of the Midwest premier golf casino and entertainment resort destinations, 13 miles west of Escanaba, Michigan, scenic Upper Peninsula. They've got it all there. You'll get your total experience at the island. Go to islandresort.com for more information. PGA Tour Superstore, the official golf retailer of the multi-award-winning Garbedian on Golf, 18550 West Blue Mountain Road in Brookfield, or worldwide on the web at PGATourSuperstore.com. WSGA tournament schedule features over 100 events for men and women of all abilities. Find out more information. Go to WSGA.org and then show your love of golf in Wisconsin. Support a great cause. Obtain a Wisconsin golf license plate for your vehicle. Find out more information. Go to WiscJuniorGolf.com. My thanks also to Charlie Houston for producing the program. We'll do it again 1 week from today. Wow, what a show. Man, we cram a lot into it.
We got it done.
10-pound show into a 5-pound broadcast. It happens only here on Garbedian on Golf as we broadcast live from the Wisconsin Sports Radio Network studios, powered by the Potawatomi Sportsbook.